It's exactly as I've been reporting the entire time. They never had any plan for what's going on with Doctor Who. I'm increasingly convinced that Russell T Davies is phoning it in, that he was just out partying with his little gay boyfriends and trans drag show queens out there, and really was not paying much attention to anything in his little echo chamber bubble. And now he's seeing what's the result of it. And seems legitimately blindsided. It's really weird because you see these interviews over the last couple of years. They went to San Diego Comic-Con and asked about the criticism of the show, and he goes, trans rights are so much more important than Doctor Who. And it's like, Doctor Who's your job. The reason you're on this panel is Doctor Who. What are you talking about? And then on top of it, he spent a bunch of weird interviews this last year pretending like this wasn't inevitable, that it wasn't going to get canceled, putting his head under a rock. It's like this is a case study in a weird psychological sort of denial stage. And it seems like we're moving towards acceptance that he has killed Doctor Who, that his rampant identity politics and nonsense that he threw into this actually did destroy the show, and they didn't have a plan. They didn't have any concept that Disney wouldn't just keep funding them forever, because of course they assumed, like everything else, that Disney was a woke monstrosity that wanted to keep funding everything forever. Unfortunately for them, Disney does actually have to make money at the end of the day. And so an investment like this not panning out, it has to be something they drop because it is very, very expensive to do. Let's get into what they're saying now. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us as we talk about all things Doctor Who and science fiction. I am a science fiction writer myself. And if you've watched my reviews, you know that I analyze these from a writing perspective and what to do with science fiction. This is my trilogy, The Stars Entwined. It's actually on sale right now for 99 cents through the weekend. This is going to be something you'll really want to pick up. If you like Babylon 5, if you like space opera, I built a beautiful, beautiful universe that is a lot of fun, and it starts right here. So it's available on ebook, print, and audio, and there are 2 more books that follow up if you enjoy it. And I'm making a new series that's dovetailing out of this right now. It's a great place to start on my work. Get in here, guys. Stay in touch, and I appreciate you for being here. Thanks, Doctor Who fans, for making this a huge success. I already have a ton of sales this morning, which I appreciate. So unlike Russell T Davies, who is bleeding viewers here, he says he remains in the dark over Doctor Who's future. Of course he does, which means he's not going to be involved in it. Now, he has already said before that he's written a season 3 in advance, planning all of this, but his whole plan when he did that actually, relied on Ncuti Gatwa being a part of that show. And so he wrote that with Gatwa in mind, and of course the Billy Piper thing was tacked on last minute as a gimmick to try to spur some investment from Disney, as we uncovered. It didn't work, and so there was no plan with it. And so they're just stuck right here. As he says in a production diary for the latest Doctor Who magazine, he says that he doesn't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's happening yet. And while everyone works that out, I'll take a pause on this page. Hopefully, we'll have news soon. A Doctor Who source explained this letter is a production notes diary for when the show's in production or on air, and Russell stated within the piece it is on pause. So officially on pause at this point. We didn't know whether the BBC was going to find a partner real quick to try to get things into production. They wanted to try to spur something quickly for a Billy Piper special or whatnot, but it doesn't look like it's coming to fruition. Now, they are doing like a Doctor Who children's animated series, which, of course, Davies is not involved in. That's completely different on this level. Not sure what's happening with that. And we do have more of this like weird woke Doctor Who universe coming in briefly, which has already been filmed, called The War Between the Land and the Sea. Russell T. It's a spin-off featuring Unit. It's going to be a disaster that nobody's going to watch because, one, what a stupid title. Number 2, obviously people are not interested in a Unit spinoff at this point if they're not even interested in Doctor Who. Don't know even why that was going out there. What a bad idea. I mean, should have never been greenlit to begin with. But this is what they got going. So Gatwa's confirmed his exit. Of course, the drama ends on the ambiguous note as he regenerated into Billy Piper. The BBC has not yet made a decision on what to do at this point. And of course, this is going to be hitting next. And this is going to be lower rated than Doctor Who, obviously. A spinoff of Doctor Who is not going to do as well as Doctor Who. So this is what they're saying. It averaged 3.2 million viewers over its 8 episodes, which was 500,000 viewers down from last year's season. That's a pretty big tune-out if you look at those kind of numbers. That is to the tune of close to 20%. That's something that drops. You get a 20% drop in things that sinks corporations all the time. Jodie Whittaker's last outing was pretty interesting, and Jodie Whittaker's season 13 pulled in 1.7 million more viewers, meaning that people tuned out just as got what got in. Well, they were done with Whittaker as it was. People were kind of like still on the edge of it, but this one didn't even feel like Doctor Who. They even called it a season 1 when they put it out on Disney because it was going to be a new Disney era. And it was like, okay, we're going to be a different show now. They tried to abandon science fiction beyond the identity politics stuff about it and then just go into fantasy stuff. The whole beginning of the Ruby Sunday thing was a big ripoff of Harry Potter. Elves, little Dobby elves showing up and then kidnapping a baby. And, we know exactly where that all came from. And then she was going to be the chosen one on this. So it is a big disaster at this point. And Russell T Davies finally admitting that it's done, finally admitting that he has no direction of where to go on this is a big, big deal right now. Now, from what I've seen of fan reaction to this, the fans have been saying that they're just glad about it. They want this to be gone. They're not interested in Russell T Davies' Doctor Who. And the BBC needs to do a completely new direction moving forward. I personally, at this point, don't know how they can fix it. Billie Piper moving and merging with the Doctor is such a nonsensical thing. They have to make it so she's not the Doctor somehow. And figure out something where this is a fake regeneration or something like that, if it's going to work, because she should not be the Doctor. It doesn't work out. It doesn't make sense, and it's just a painful thing. They need to make the Doctor, if they want this to succeed, if they ever want it to come back and have fans again, the big thing they have to do is just have the Doctor be a white British male again. That is a very important thing. If they do anything else at this juncture, it's going to just sink it even further because people don't want this. Nobody wants this transgender politics. Nobody wants this race politics crap all over things. And when you do these kind of swapping of casts and swapping of characters, it just ruins things on that level. It all really started back in the Peter Capaldi era, if you remember, when they turned the Master into a woman, which I guess we accepted because, here's the deal. If you are going to be a maniacal, narcissistic, crazy person who's trying to destroy the universe, you might as well be transgender at that point, right? It kind of, it's a little backfires on their messaging in some way like that. But once they started moving casting levels like that, we knew it was going to get like this. And the fact that they don't know what's happening, they don't have a plan, just solidifies just how bad and how poorly tacked on the ending to this season 2 was going to be when this all came around. So that's the news we have for today. Russell T Davies finally admits it, finally confirms it, and hopefully he's going to be out as showrunner. I do hope, as per my last video, that it's not going to be J. Michael Straczynski, who's moved over to the UK and is going to be trying to work on projects, and he's really going out there lobbying for the job on X. Oh my gosh. But I don't think he has the chops at this juncture. I think he's lost his fastball, is not the writer he used to be. And so they should pick somebody else. Maybe me. Call me, BBC. I'm available. All right. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Guys, grab the Stars Entwined. It is in the description below. This is some great space opera, great science fiction. Only 99 cents for the next few days. Grab it. Thanks, guys, for being here. And, of course, pick up the rest of the trilogy. Support our channel. Thanks for reading. We'll be back.